Hey guys, welcome to a very special episode of The Tea. Today I am not drinking tea, I'm drinking coffee because tea is not strong enough for the tea I have today. Today it's definitely a coffee day because I'm talking about the TikTok Creators Fund. Oh yes, the TikTok Creators Fund. Now most of you watching might probably be TikTokers because I probably told you to go watch this video on another medium like TikTok or Instagram because I definitely couldn't put this on TikTok. But in case you're not familiar with what the TikTok Creators Fund is, sometime this past summer, TikTok announced, I believe, a $1 billion creators fund, where they were going to actually start paying creators on TikTok, and there were certain criteria that you had to meet to be eligible for the creators fund, like to have like an average of 10,000 views over the last week on your account, a certain number of followers, etc., etc. And so me being a mid-level creator, obviously I was accepted into the creators fund relatively quickly. And there have been reports ever since then of the TikTok Creators Fund literally lowering views for many creators, presumably so that they don't have to pay us as much, because, you know, a lot of us get some significant views on our videos, and paying a few cents per 1,000 views, it can rack up to quite a bit of money. And so my personal engagement has definitely fucking suffered since September for several reasons that I have noticed. So in September I did a video series about Chadwick Boseman and his contributions to the Black community and to film after he passed away. I thought it was the right thing to do because a lot of my content is based on Marvel, and it didn't feel right to post a comedy video so soon after his death, and so I took a week and I did those videos instead. And those videos really got shadow banned, like they were barely getting any views. I was really disappointed in that, but I kept on doing them because, like I said, I thought it was the right thing to do, and a lot of people really enjoyed them, and it was a great way for them to kind of cope with us losing him. Ever since then, I noticed my video views dropping significantly. By August, I was getting an average, mind you, of about 100,000 views per video per day. And you know, that was a pretty nice place to be, and really great engagement. It's a pretty high number of engagement actually, and so I was very happy with that. And I used to be grossing about 16 million views a month. Currently, I'm at 5 million views a month. Now, I know, I acknowledge that there's a lot of creators out there that would die to have 5 million views per month, and I definitely acknowledge that. But you have to understand that that is literally 32% of the engagement that I have had all fucking year. And this is the highest followership that I've ever had. Just didn't make any fucking sense. And speaking of followership, my growth also, of course, if engagement goes down, my growth went down so much too. I'm at over 600,000 followers right now, but it took very long for me to get from 500,000 to 600,000 compared to the rest of the year before that. It was very fucking strange. And so that's been a struggle as well. There's also been a lot of videos taken down for very weird reasons. Like one of my videos was taken down for nudity, and I was just literally wearing a tank top, literally less revealing than this one, and I was just very confused. Like, what? That makes no fucking sense, and I've never done any material that is even like that or is even provocative. So I'm like, what is going on? Now, there have been many fucking reports about Black creators and just creators of color being impacted in the very same way. Their views are going down, their videos are shadow banned. There is one specific case that definitely proves that TikTok is a little racist, of a girl that reported a video of two white girls saying the N-word in a video. They reported it, and TikTok said that that video that she reported did not, this girl was black by the way that reported this video, that it did not violate the community guidelines. So this girl posted a duet to, or a stitch rather, to this video in which she said literally nothing. She stitched the video and it just cut to her kind of giving a what the fuck face, but she didn't say anything. That video got taken down for hate speech. Hate speech in which the girl, the black girl, said absolutely nothing. But the video, the original video, would not be taken down. So things like that, and things like that have been happening across the app for months now. There was a lot of noticing that the Black Lives Matter hashtag was being shadow banned. I've had colleagues within the anime community of different colors, white and other, that have posted regarding Black Lives Matter. And these are also people that usually get hundreds of thousands of views on their videos, but these videos were all of a sudden shadow banned. Or their account got banned for a certain period of time, stuff like that. So just a lot of really suspicious behavior. Of course, TikTok has come out and said, of course we support Black Lives Matter, but as you know, the rest of us, we're not that stupid, you know, like the proof is in the pudding and we see what's going on out here, right? So, like I said, there's a lot of reports coming out about this. You know, it's not just me, it's just people across the app saying that their views have gone down ever since they joined the Creators Fund. And, you know, assuming that TikTok doesn't want to pay up, basically what we should be making based on what our engagement has been so far, the engagement that we have rightfully earned from, you know, posting on this app. Another thing that has been reported to get videos shadow banned are captions, which is really messed up and very ableist, because a lot of creators, including myself very recently, have started putting captions on their videos so they can reach a wider spread of audience members that maybe are disabled and hearing or deaf. And so that seems to be another thing that is reportedly getting videos shadow banned. Now, TikTok has come out and said, like, it's definitely a coincidence that this is happening, and TikTok and other creators have said basically, like, it's not the fund, it's your content. Maybe your content just isn't performing as well, maybe your content isn't good, stop blaming the fund and just do better content, or just get better. And other people have cited just changes in the algorithm, stuff like that. And so I kind of started thinking that, I was like, well, maybe it is my content. Like, maybe my shit just isn't slapping like it used to. And maybe that's a, you know, bitter pill to swallow or whatever. A lot of creators have, you know, a time period where the shit just isn't hitting it as much, and, you know, they go through a lull, whatever. So I watched my account over the last few months, since September. Like I said, it is now November, so 2 months. And I'm getting reports from followers on my live, on comments, that they all of a sudden can't see my stuff, can't find me on the For You page, can't even find me on the following page. They have to seek me out by searching my username. And sometimes people can't even find me. Other people have been getting very strange pop-ups when they like my video, asking if my content is child friendly, which is really, really funny considering the amount of white supremacists and racist ass people that are on this fucking app and can just get away with saying the most outlandish things, yet TikTok won't ban them or will not silence them. Very, very strange. A lot of people thought that I just left the app, period, because they haven't seen my stuff since September. People have said that they haven't seen my stuff since September. I will check the comments just to see what people are saying about the content, the people that do see it, and they're like, you know, the feedback is still positive. People are saying that my stuff is still funny, you know, and then just more of these comments of like, I barely see you anymore. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm so happy to see your videos and all of this shit. And so things are just not adding up. I'll even have a video that will do exceptionally well once in a while. I have a Harry Potter video a little bit a while ago that is currently teetering at near 600,000 views. And so every once in a while a video will do very, very well like that, and I'll be like, well, maybe the shadow ban is over, and maybe it was just a lull, but then it'll go back down. And when I say back down, guys, I mean that it will take several hours for my video to reach 10,000 views. Which, you know, like I said, for a lot of accounts, they would die for that kind of engagement, but for me, that's literally 10%. As well as my shit has been doing the rest of the year. And that's very, very strange. So things were just not adding up. The feedback that I was getting from followers and from fans was not adding up. So I'm like, well, it's definitely not my content. Literally, according to my followers, it's not my content. I still got it. And I'm like blowing my own horn or whatever. But like nothing has really changed. I haven't changed the way that I do my content at all. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I looked at other creators within my niche to see how their videos are doing. I have noticed that other creators within the anime niche, most people, a lot of people have been shadow banned in and outside of my niche. And the people that are shadow banned the most, or whose engagement has gone down the most, have been creators of color, while white creators have their views blown up, which is very, very strange, don't you think? So, yesterday I was really, really overcome by this. Like, I've just gotten really sick of it. I think it's when I like actually went into my analytics, which I've been afraid to do for the last 2 months, and saw that it was at 5 million as opposed to 15, 16 million a month. And I'm like, God, fuck, damn it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to see what's going on. So yesterday afternoon, I think I spent most of the afternoon looking on TikTok, looking on Google, and as expected, and as I've seen over the past few months, there's been a lot of articles about people not being happy with the fund, about people leaving the fund because their views have gone down. I've even gone on Reddit, and that's also a topic of interest on there too. People saying that they have, you know, their views have gone down since they joined the fund, and then when they leave the fund, all of a sudden their views go springing back up again. Even after sometimes a lull after they leave the fund, and they find themselves in TikTok jail even more, but then a few days will pass and their engagement is back up to what it used to be before. There are a few articles that, you know, have the same old, like, it's not the fund, it's not the algorithm, it's your content, like, you suck, which is starting to sound like gaslighting after what I have fucking found out. And so I also went on TikTok to do some research. I searched the hashtag creators fund, because I'm like, there's gotta be people posting about this out there, because I know I'm not the only one pissed off about this. Definitely not the only mid-level creator that's suffering here. And so I did. I found some mid-level creators in other niches, and there's a lot of them like, yeah, they're showing their views, they're showing their engagement, their analytics chart before and after they joined the fund and after they left. And I remember one specific creator that I cannot remember right now, but the difference in engagement from when he left the fund, like before and after he left the fund, it was like the bell curve was like fucking this. It was crazy. It seemed very similar to mine. He was around he was like, his shit was like in the hundreds of thousands, below 1 million a month. And it went back up to about 10 million a month. Like, that's, the universe is rarely so neat as to allow consequences or coincidences like that. I searched the comments, because comments can also be a good source of information as well. And countless people saying, yes, I've experienced the same thing. My views have gone down. Some people that have left the Creators Fund said that, yes, my shit went up after I left the Creators Fund. There have been a few that said that their stuff did not go back up after they left the Creators Fund. But those are mainly like kind of smaller accounts. And I don't know what their shit was like before. You know what I mean? So who's to say? But there also were a few people saying that actually my engagement went up when I joined the fund. So that doesn't make any sense, blah, 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 blah. And I looked at the people that were saying this, and a lot of them were big creators with verified accounts. And a lot of them were white. I don't think I've seen not one person of color saying that their engagement went up after joining the Creators Fund. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I have not personally seen it. I've also seen some others that are not big name, accounts, but they're very, very small. And so it's very, very interesting that the people that seem to be suffering are the people in the middle. That was very interesting to me. And so I came across another comment in one of these videos that said, well, they literally say it in the contract that they're going to fuck up your views. And I was like, what? Now this is kind of embarrassing for me because literally contracting is what I do. It's what it is, the job that I had in the Air Force. And all of us are like guilty of checking the box, like not reading the terms and conditions and just signing our name and be like, okay, whatever, yeah, it's fine. It's not gonna impact me, whatever. And I definitely should have read the contract before I signed it, but I, just like a whole bunch of other people, just said, yeah, whatever, it's TikTok, it's like low risk. It's not, I doubt it's gonna ask for my firstborn child or anything, you know what I mean? But, so I went into the contract yesterday, and granted, you have to go very, very deep, very, 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 very deep into the contract to find this. Like, you'll go into the agreement and then you have to click on another link within the agreement that will take you to another page, which is basically a whole bunch of other stuff that you automatically agree to, even though you probably won't read it because it's an external link. So you go there, you read it, and I scanned through, I was looking for the language, and sure enough, I found this language, and it says that basically, and I want to get the wording just right, that they reserve the right, TikTok reserves the right to remove or disable access to your content at any time, for any reason, or for no reason. It says that. For any reason, or for no reason. Which means without any warning and without any cause, they can keep people from seeing your stuff. It goes on to say in the very same paragraph that they have an automated system that analyzes your content to basically decide if it's going to boost you or not. Now, it seems like the way that it's written, that this is a completely different system that's used, like besides the one that decides if you get on the For You page, like almost outside of the algorithm. It's like it sounds like it could be a second algorithm. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's necessarily how it works, but the way it looks like there is literally another analytics process that your shit goes through when you are in the Creators Fund. And since they reserve the right to restrict access to your content for no reason whatsoever, then like basically they can target creators of color. They can target creators of color, not say it, because they reserve the right to target people and not say it, not tell you anything. And they can shadow ban creators of color. They can shadow ban Black creators. And they can weed out people in order to save money if that is indeed the reason why they're doing it. And so I saw this and I'm like, wow, it really is right fucking there. They really do say that they reserve the right to fuck up your views for whatever reason they want. And of course they're not going to say it. And of course they're going to blame it on coincidence or the quality of your content going down. But unfortunately for them, the TikTok community is very, very vocal and we communicate quite a bit. We talk to each other quite a bit in the comment section. We're very, very interactive folk. And we're not all stupid. So we cite a trend and we all see it happening, and it hasn't taken very long for us to figure it out. We figured it out. So My thesis at this time, at this moment, even though my research isn't quite done yet, is that it seems very, very, very likely, extremely likely, based on what people have been saying and reporting, and also based on what's in the contract, that TikTok is lowering views, probably to save money so that they don't have to pay all of us what we rightfully would be earning. And also it seems that they very well could be, and it seems that they are, shadow banning and lowering the views of creators of color because, well, they don't like us, which they have shown in the past in many, many different ways. It is something that literally cannot be ignored or avoided. It's very, very obvious. So what's the plan now? So this is kind of where the rest of my research continues. I plan to leave the Creators Fund. I plan to leave at the end of November. I'm going to secure my bag and then I'm going to get the fuck out. I only make about $200, maybe $250 dollars a month on the Creators Fund. I'd probably making so much more if I was getting the same engagement that I have been getting based on what I was before. I estimate that I'd probably be making $1,000 to $2,000 a month if I was actually getting paid what my engagement has been for the rest of the fucking year. But as we have found out, that's likely, TikTok likely just doesn't want to pay that, and so they're lowering the views. Another fucked up thing about the Creators Fund is that when I get paid at the end of November, I'm not even getting paid for November. I'm getting paid for October. You can't even access the funds that you've earned in a month until 30 days after the end of that month. So I will leave and I will have November funds sitting there not collected. And the thing about leaving the Creators Fund is that once you leave the Creators Fund, one, you're not guaranteed a spot back. Two, they are not obligated to pay you any money that they owe you from your views like that. So I just miss out on those November funds, whatever. You can reapply to the Creators Fund if you want, but like I said, they don't save your spot, so you might not get in. You might get back in. So whatever. But that is at least my plan. I'm going to screenshot my engagement numbers right now. To show like the 5 million views a month that I'm getting now. And I'm going to give it a few weeks after I leave and see what happens. Like, see what happens to my engagement. But I'm going to wait till that money hits my bank account. And once it hits my bank account, I'm getting the fuck out. I'm getting the hell out. Now, the thing is, and the reason I'm doing this is because engagement is definitely more important, honestly, in the long run and kind of short run for creators, especially mid-level creators. Creators that aren't Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, Madison Beer, which are likely the actual creators that are actually benefiting from this Creators Fund, their favorite people. It has nothing to, it might actually have nothing to do with your content getting worse or whatever. It's just that TikTok actually selects, it seems that TikTok actually selects who they want to pay and who they don't. And your views will suffer for it. And the thing about the importance of engagement is that when brands are looking to negotiate with influencers, with TikTokers, followership is very important, yes. But what they really look at is engagement. And if your percentage of engagement is shit or relatively low, then that lowers your negotiation power. That lowers your buying power. That lowers your influence. It's literally in the definition of an influencer. The less people that you reach, the less influence you have. So to hell if I have 600,000 followers, if I'm literally only reaching 10 to 20,000 of them, then that's the rate at which I am stuck negotiating with people at the end of the day. And so that's very, very harmful for those that are like actually trying to move up in the world of influencing or, entertainment, content production and whatever. And so that's why engagement is so much more important. And then less quantifiable of why engagement is more important than anything is that when you're a performer, when you're a content creator, especially if you're really someone that really wants to make a difference in the world and people really enjoy your content. You want to reach as many people as possible. You want your audience to grow. You want to be able to interact with your audience. Like, that's the fun part of being a content creator, is interacting with your audience, asking what they want, like, you know, seeing them smile, seeing them laugh. Like, that's the unquantifiable, like, joy of being a content creator. And if your shit isn't reaching people, then you miss out on that. Your followers miss out on that. You know, if I can't reach all the 600,000 people in my, you know, space, then what's the point? What's the point? And that's what I care about the most. So, so that's the plan right now. I will report back here on Instagram and on TikTok Live to see what I've found. So thank you very much. Please follow me on all my other social platforms, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.